but Edmondson puts out a framework, with I think it's really helpful, like 3 categories of mistakes. There's one category of like mistakes that we could say, I would add like in a non-judgmental way, mistakes that should never happen, right? These are things like we know how to do the work a certain way, and we have procedures and structures in place. Like when I was growing up, when I was a kid in Detroit, one of the catastrophic plane crashes of the era, on takeoff from the Detroit airport, Northwest Airlines, plane crashed and killed all but one person on board, I think, because the pilots or the captain and the co-pilot didn't set the flaps to a certain position. The plane couldn't get enough lift, hit a light pole, ended up crashing. Like that's the type of mistake. For one, you can't hide or cover up that mistake, unfortunately. And aviation has such a strong culture of learning from not just mistakes that are catastrophic, but from near misses, right? And putting procedures in place. Hopefully a plane never crashes again because of that failure mode, if you will.
Right.
A lot of medication errors and harm that occurs in hospitals, I would probably put in that same category. Like procedurally, these errors are preventable. Then there's kind of a middle ground, the gray area. I'll come back to that. Then there's the other end that you were touching on, Chris, like on the edges of innovation, what she calls quote unquote intelligent failures, where we can fail forward. I try to emphasize like let's if we're testing an idea, let's do a small test. So like a small quote unquote failure, a small mistake can prevent larger ones. Like that's part of the iterative entrepreneurship innovation cycle.